Hey guys, working on a 2008 Honda Accord, and we have a P0171. That's a System 2 lean Bank 1. Don't get too caught up on the Bank 1 or Bank 2. This is a 4-cylinder, so it only has one bank. But when you have a lean code, that usually means that there's not enough air getting into the system, or there's not enough fuel, too lean, or there's not enough fuel getting into the system. So, or it's unmetered, or air is not, the air that's supposed to be coming from the mass airflow is not getting to here. Like, it could be an issue, an air leak or something, or just this isn't reading properly. This could be stuck. This could be caked up, the air filter. So we're going to check all those things, and we're going to check for air leak as well. We're going to change our air filter, we're going to clean our mass airflow sensor, we're going to clean our throttle body, and we're going to add some fuel injector cleaner for the fuel injectors as well, to try to clear up this lean code. So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to take off this mass airflow sensor and clean this right away. Alright, so first things first, we're going to pull this off, get this sensor here, and this one has not been taken off in quite some time. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, she's out. And takes Phillips heads. I already cracked them just to make sure. A lot of times when these crack, they a lot of times these strip and you can't even pull them out. Whatever you do, don't lose them bitches. They are small. Use a magnet if you need to. Just wobble this up and out, and the mass airflow sensor is out. And if we notice, oh, that doesn't look too bad, but just pay attention, airflow comes in this way. So I'm gonna show you how to use the mass airflow sensor cleaner. Now when you use a make sure you use mass airflow sensor. Don't use brake clean, don't use any of that stuff. You could damage the sensor. But I like to either do 10 squirts and then hold it for 10 seconds. So about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm gonna hold it for 10 seconds straight. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this dry naturally. We're gonna put this on a paper towel and just let it air dry. Don't put no heat to it, don't do any of that. Alright, so we're gonna take off this air inlet tube, and I think I already see a problem here. See if we can see 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter here. Hoping I don't have to take that off, we'll see. But now I'm just gonna slide this back. Okay, and look at that. Look at that. We have a bad air intake boot. So what's happening is when this is running, the mass airflow sensor is reading a certain amount and the air is escaping through the tube. So the engine is thinking that it's supposed to be getting a certain amount of air, and it's not. So we're gonna have to get a new one of these, but for now we're gonna try to tape it up and see if that can do the best for us. There are some clips right here. There's another one right here. And there's another one back here. Now, I'm just gonna put this box up and tilt it to the side. And I'm gonna move this air filter here. Doesn't look too bad. Put a new one in anyway. Just put your hand in here, make sure there's no big amounts of dirt or anything. If you really want to take the box out and just completely dump it upside down or vacuum it, be my guest. But I'm gonna put this right here. Before I even put this box in, I'm gonna try to see if we can tape this up. Alright, so I wrapped most of it with electrical tape. I still have a small gap here, so I want to get some duct tape until we get the new intake. For now, we just gotta work with what we got. And yeah, that's some good stuff right there. And we're just gonna wrap this like this. Get a little bit more, but that's gonna give us a good seal till we get our new intake on. We get a little bit more on there. Even though this is more than likely what's causing our lean code, I'm still gonna use the other products. We have it. The engine will appreciate it. And now I'm gonna leave this to the side, and we're gonna focus on our throttle body right here. Alright, as you can see here, we got a nice good amount of dirt. This basically happens from the PCV system here. Positive crankcase pulls out the oil vapors. They come through here and they dirty up the throttle body. So get yourself some actual throttle body cleaner. And spray it like that. Now the one thing you got to remember, I got a little toothbrush here, and we're just gonna scrape and scrub, clean this out. And the biggest part, most important part, is when you have to push in the plate a little bit. Don't just be like jamming this thing in. You want to open it kind of slow and gentle, because you don't want to throw off the calibration. So we're just going to get up in here. I always recommend not opening up entirely, like 100% max, but get your toothbrush in there and clean down here, clean up here, and then we're going to transition with my finger underneath. Spray some more up in here, and we're going to clean up in here as well. Clean this throttle body, clean inside the walls. And even though we use our toothbrush, that's all that stuff we got out of that throttle body. So now, got it clean as we can get it. Gonna stick our intake boot back on here. Like that. Let me get our air box. And move this to the side. There we go. Make sure everything's in. Clip here, clip there, clip back here. I don't even think you have to remove that tin, but I'll put that back too. Just like that. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice and sturdy. Remember, oh, you kind of can't get it wrong. The sensor faces this way, but just make sure you just don't flip it. You can't go this way, even though you can't. So it only goes one way. And just gonna push it back in, just like that. If it doesn't go in easy, put a little bit of silicone paste around the gasket, and it'll drop in. Let's tighten these down. There we go. That's 10 mils, by the way. And we are secured. We're going to clear our check engine light, and we are going to start the vehicle and see how she runs. Oh, one last thing we got to do before we call it a night. Alright, now one last thing we're going to do is we're just going to put some fuel system cleaner in here, clean out the injectors. I'm not saying that I think, like I said, I believe our problem is probably the intake boot. Doesn't hurt anything. Let's put this in here. If your tank's relatively low, it'll probably kick in a lot faster. That's all I'll say. And then don't be surprised if when we first start it starts up a little rough. It's just how it works. But now you got that in there. Don't really matter which kind of stuff you use, whatever you like. Lucas is the best. Concentrated stuff is no joke if you really need it. Okay, so we just addressed our air filter, throttle body, mass airflow sensor, our fuel system itself. Like I said, we know we have to get this fixed immediately. Now we're gonna start the car up. We're gonna clear the code, see how she runs, and hopefully if this code comes back, I'll let you guys know. We're gonna clear everything out. Yes. Don't forget we got that fuel injector cleaner in there, so I might have to tap the gas pedal at the same time. There we go. The battery might be weak. Shit. Alright. So as of right now, we don't have our check engine light on. We're going to let the car warm up, and then we'll get back to you. 204,000 miles. Craziness.